Chapter 1, Locating Places on the Earth, Question Answers from Class 6, Subject Social Science, Book Exploring Society, India and Beyond. The Big Questions. Question 1, What is a map and how do we use it? What are its main components? Answer, a map is like a picture that shows where things are in a certain area. Like a treasure map, we use maps to find places and see how to get from one place to another. The main parts of a map are distance, shows how far things are from each other. Direction, shows which way is north, south, east, and west. Symbols, little pictures or icons that represent different things like buildings, roads, and parks. Question 2, what are coordinates? How can latitude and longitude be used to mark any location on the earth? Answer, coordinates are like addresses that help us find exact places on a map. They are made up of two numbers. First, latitude. These lines run east to west and tell us how far north and south a place is from the equator. Longitude. These lines run from the North Pole to the South Pole and tell us how far east or west a place is from the prime meridian. Question 3. How are local time and standard time related to longitude? Answer. Local time is the time at a specific place based on the position of the sun. Standard time is a fixed time for a whole region or country. Longitude helps us figure out time zones because as you move east or west, the time changes. Let's explore on the map in figure 1.1 given on page 8. First, mark the hospital. Answer. The hospital is already marked on the map with a red cross and labeled hospital. This one. Second, what is the meaning of the blue colored areas? Answer, the blue colored areas on the map represent water bodies such as rivers and ponds. This one. Third, which is farther away from the railway station? The school, the Nagar Panchayat or the public garden? Answer, by looking at the map, the Nagar Panchayat appears to be the farthest from the railway station compared to the school and the public garden, which is the green area labeled apartments nearby. So friends, this is the railway station, this is the school, here are the public garden, and this is the Nagar Panchayat. As a class activity, form groups of 3 or 4 students each. Let each group try to draw a map of your school and some of the streets or roads that led to it, and a few neighboring buildings. At the end, compare all the maps and discuss. This simple map shows a school and its surrounding area. The school building is in the center. This is the school building with a playground nearby. Surrounding the school are roads leading in all 4 cardinal directions north, south, east, and west. There are various buildings such as shops and houses marked with small squares and trees represented by circles. The map is easy to read with clear labels and symbols, making it an effective tool for understanding the layout of the area. This kind of map helps students learn how to navigate and locate different places in relation to their school. Next, let's explore. Draw a simple map of a school's playground. Let us assume it is a rectangle 40 meter in length and 30 meter in width. Draw it precisely with your ruler on a scale of 1 centimeter is equal to 10 meter. Now measure the diagonal of the rectangle. How many centimeters do you get? Using the scale, calculate the real length of the playground's diagonal in meters. Answer. Here's an improved map of the school's playground. It includes a football field, goals and hoops. The playground is drawn to scale with 1 centimeter representing 10 meters and the dimensions are clearly labeled. This enhanced map provides a better visualization of the playground's layout and features. The diagonal of the rectangle on the map measures 5 centimeters. Using the scale of 1 centimeter is equal to 10 meters. The real length of the playground's diagonal is 50 meters. So friends, this is the length 40 meter, 4.0 centimeter, 30 meter, 3.0 centimeter. Next, let's explore Consider the map of the small city again. Identify the correct and incorrect statements in the list below. Answer. First, the market is north of the hospital. Answer. Incorrect. The market is south of the hospital. So friends, here is the hospital and here is the market. So market is at the south of hospital. Second, the museum is southeast of the bank. So let's see southeast direction, this one. So here is the museum. So this is correct. The museum is located southeast of the bank. Third, the railway station is northwest of the hospital. So friends, let's see railway station. So this is the northwest direction from the hospital. So this is also correct. The railway station is northwest of the hospital. Fourth, the lake is northwest of the apartment blocks. So friends, as you can see, here is the lake and here are the apartments. So this direction is southwest, not northwest. So this is incorrect. The lake is actually southwest of the apartment blocks. Next, taking your school as the starting point, do you know approximately in which cardinal direction your home is located? Discuss with your teacher and your parents. Answer. To find the direction of our home from school, identify key landmarks between both places. Use a map or compass to draw a line from our school to our home, noting the direction. If I lack a compass, observe the sun. It rises in the east and sets in the west. Ask our parents or teachers for help if needed. For example, if our home is near a park east of the school, then it's east. Discuss with classmates and compare our findings using maps or known landmarks to determine the approximate cardinal direction of our home from our school. Next, draw a rough map of your locality or your village, including your home, school, and a few other important landmarks. Show the cardinal directions and use a few of the symbols shown in figure 1.2 on page 12 to mark some important features. Answer. The simple map of our locality is given here. It includes key landmarks such as home, school, shop, park, and post office. The map shows cardinal directions north, south, east, west with arrows and uses basic symbols like trees for parks and rectangles for buildings, making it easy to understand. Each part is clearly labeled to help visualize the area. Using the same terms, write down your move if you play black and respond with the same move. Answer. I will move from D7 to D5. So here is D7 and here is D5. Next, if the globe or atlas in your class has well marked latitudes and longitudes, try to note down approximate values for the latitude and longitude of first Mumbai, second Kolkata, third Singapore, fourth Paris. Answer. First Mumbai, India, latitude 19.0760 degree north, longitude 72.8777 degree east. Second, Kolkata, India, latitude 22.5726 degree north, longitude 88.3639 degree east. Third, Singapore, latitude 1.3521 degree north, longitude 103.8198 degree east. Fourth, Paris, France, latitude 48.8566 degree north, longitude 2.3522 degree east. Next, two friends, one sitting in Porbandar, Gujarat, and the other in Tinsukia, Assam, are speaking on the phone late afternoon. The latter remarks that the sun has set in Assam and it's now dark. The former is surprised and says, but it's still full daylight here. Explain why and, as a class activity, calculate the difference in local time between those two cities. Hint, for now, consider the difference in longitude between Porbandar and Tinsukia to be 30 degree. Later, you can find out the precise value. Answer. The reason why it is still daylight in Porbandar while it is already dark in Tinsukia is due to the difference in their longitudes and the Earth's rotation. The Earth rotates from west to east, so places located further east experience sunrise and sunset earlier than those to the west. Porbandar, located in the western part of India, experiences sunset later compared to Tinsukia, which is in the eastern part of India. As the earth rotates, the sun appears to move across the sky from east to west. This means that the eastern parts of the country will see the sun rise and set before the western parts. Class activity. Longitude difference. The difference in longitude between Porbandar and Tinsukia is approximately 30 degrees. Time difference calculation. The earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours, which means it rotates 15 degrees per hour. Therefore, each degree of longitude represents 4 minutes of time difference. 60 minutes divided by 15 degrees. Calculate time difference. Time difference is equal to longitude difference into 4 minutes. Time difference is equal to 30 degrees into 4 minutes per degree. Time difference is equal to 120 minutes or 2 hours. This means that Tinsukia is 2 hours ahead of Porbandar. So, if it is 6 pm in Porbandar, it would be 8 pm in Tinsukia. This is why it is already dark in Tinsukia while there is still daylight in Porbandar. Next, return to the two friends sitting in Gujarat and Assam. Use this example to explain the difference between local time and standard time. Answer. Local time. Local time is based on the exact position of the sun in the sky at a specific location. Each place has its own local time depending on its longitude. For example, the friend in Porbandar, Gujarat has a different local time compared to the friend in Tinsukia, Assam, because Porbandar is about 30 degrees west of Tinsukia. This means there is a 2-hour difference in local time between these two places, as we calculated earlier. When it is 6 pm in Porbandar, it is already 8 pm in Tinsukia. Standard time. Standard time is a uniform time adopted by a country or a region within the country to avoid confusion caused by different local times. A country or region is usually divided into one or more time zones, and each time zone has its standard time. India, for example, uses Indian Standard Time (IST), which is based on the longitude 82.5 degree east, passing through Mirzapur near Allahabad. IST is 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. GMT plus 5 hours 30 minutes. Next, questions, activities and projects. Question 1. Returning to page 10 and to figure 5.2 in chapter 5 of this textbook, taking the scale to be 2.5 cm is equal to 500 km, calculate the real distance from the estuary of the Narmada river to the estuary of the Ganga river, and round off your measurement on the map to an easy number. Meaning of estuary, the place where a river meets the sea. Answer. To calculate the real distance from the estuary of the Narmada river to the estuary of the Ganga river using the scale provided, follow these steps. Measure the distance on the map. First, find the estuary of the Narmada river and the estuary of the Ganga river on the physical map figure 5.2 of the Indian subcontinent in chapter 5 of the textbook. Use a ruler to measure the distance between these 2 points on the map in centimeters. Let's assume the measured distance is 10 cm for this example. Measurement to real distance. The scale given is 2.5 cm is equal to 500 km. If the measured distance on the map is 10 cm, then use the scale to find the real distance. Measured distance in centimeter divided by scale in centimeter multiply by real distance in kilometer. So, 10 cm divided by 2.5 cm multiply by 500 km. This is equal to 4 into 500 km is equal to 2000 km. Thus, the real distance from the estuary of the Narmada river to the estuary of the Ganga river is approximately 2000 km. Question 2. Why is it 5:30 pm in India when it is 12 pm or noon in London? Answer. India is located east of London. The earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours, so it rotates 15 degrees per hour. This rotation means that for every 15 degrees of longitude, east or west, the local time changes by 1 hour. India's standard time IST is set at 82.5 degree east longitude, which is 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of Greenwich Mean Time GMT at 0 degrees longitudes where London is located. Therefore, when it is 12 pm noon in London, It is 5:30 p.m. in India because India is 82.5 degree east of London. The time difference results from the Earth's rotation and the time zone India uses. Question 3. Why do we need symbols and colors in the map? Answer. Symbols and colors on maps simplify and clarify information. Symbols represent features like roads and buildings, while colors differentiate areas like water, forests, and cities. This makes maps easy to read and understand quickly. Or, symbols and colors are essential in maps because they help represent different features and landmarks in a clear, concise way. Symbols simplify complex information, making it easy to understand various elements like roads, buildings, and natural features without cluttering the map. Colors differentiate between different types of areas, such as water bodies, forests, and urban regions, enhancing readability and visual appeal. Together, symbols and colors allow for quick interpretation and efficient communication of geographical information. Question 4. Find out what you have in the 8 directions from your home or school. Answer. A. North, school. B. Northeast, park. C. East, building. D. Southeast, street. E. South, building. F. Southwest, small park. G. West, building. H. Northwest, street. Question 5. What is the difference between local time and standard time? Discuss it in groups, with each group writing an answer in 100 to 150 words. Compare the answers. Answer. Local time is based on the position of the sun in the sky at a specific location, changing from one place to another as the earth rotates. It varies continuously with longitude, meaning that places at different longitudes have different local times. For instance, the sun rises and sets earlier in the east than in the west. Standard time, on the other hand, is a uniform time set for a region or country, usually established by law or custom. It simplifies timekeeping and communication across larger areas by standardizing the time within each time zone. For example, India uses Indian Standard Time (IST), which is the same across the entire country, even though local times would vary due to its width. The standardization helps avoid confusion and makes scheduling across different locations more convenient. Thus, while local time varies with longitude, standard time provides a consistent reference within a defined area. Question 6. Delhi's and Bengaluru's latitude are 29° north and 13° north. Their longitude are almost the same, 77° east. How much will be the difference in local time between the two cities? Answer. Delhi and Bengaluru have almost the same longitude, 77° east, which means there will be very little to no difference in local time between the two cities due to their longitudinal position. Latitude affects the climate and day length but not the local time directly. Since the earth rotates 15 degrees of longitude every hour and both Delhi and Bengaluru are situated at nearly the same longitude, the difference in local time between them is negligible. Therefore, the local time in Delhi and Bengaluru is practically the same. Question 7. Mark the following statements as true or false. Explain your answers with a sentence or two. Answer. First, all parallels of latitude have the same length. Answer. False. Parallels of latitude are circles that decreases in size as you move from the equator towards the poles, so they do not all have the same length. Second, the length of a meridian of longitude is half of that of the equator. Answer. True. A meridian of longitude stretches from the north pole to the south pole, which is half the length of the equator. Third, the south pole has a latitude of 90° south. Answer. True. The South Pole is located at 90° south latitude, which is the southernmost point on Earth. Fourth, in Assam, the local time and the IST are identical. Answer. False. Assam is located in the eastern part of India, so its local time is ahead of IST, Indian Standard Time, by about an hour. Fifth, lines separating the time zones are identical with meridians of longitude. Answer. False. While time zones are based on meridians of longitude, the actual boundaries are often adjusted for political and practical reasons and do not perfectly align with meridians. 6. The equator is also a parallel of latitude. Answer true. The equator is the 0 degree parallel of latitude, dividing the earth into the northern and southern hemispheres. Next, solve the crossword below. Answer. Friends, last crossword across. First, let's you squeeze a huge area into your map. Answer scale. This one. Fourth, a convenient sphere. Answer globe. This one. Fifth, the longest parallel of latitude. Answer equator. This one. Sixth, the place the prime meridian is attached to. Answer Greenwich. This one. Eighth, so convenient to find your way. Answer map. This one. 10th, a measure of the distance from the equator. Answer latitude. This one. Down. Second, a measure of the distance from the prime meridian. Answer longitude. This one. Third, these two together allow us to locate a place. Answer coordinates. This one. Sixth, what latitudes and longitudes together create. Answer grid. This one. 7. The time we all follow in India. Answer IST, Indian Standard Time. This one. 9th. These two are poles apart. Answer pole. This one. 11th. An abbreviation for a line across which the day and date change. Answer IDL. This one. Friends, we have completed all the question answers from chapter 1, locating places on the earth. If you like the video, kindly like it. Thank you for watching.